If I had to start again and I had resources available to me that are out now, whether I was a university student, self learning, or whatever, I would combine a few things. I'd combine community, obviously doing the work, a content creator, and tutorials. I combine those three into my sort of learning pedigree in order to get better and to pick scenes that are small in scope and not too large. So, firstly, pick yourself a community, whether it's an open free one like the Dynasty Empire, or an exclusive one like Beyond Extent, or even the one sort of we run at EMC 3D. Something that will have a mix of professionals and hobbyists and students trying to break in, where everyone's just talking to each other on sort of like a human level. I'd avoid stuff like Facebook. Twitter's okay, but again, a moderated Discord community for games development is a really good environment to surround yourself in if you're going to really take this sort of journey into environment art or lighting, anything like that super seriously. You've got your exclusive ones like Beyond Extent, where you pay a certain fee, and you've got your free ones here. There's a few more, but joining a community is your first step. Second, follow some content creators on YouTube. Yeah, we've got Game Art World or Game World Art. I always get it the wrong way because it rolls off the tongue. That is a good one because he used to work at Rockstar. Now he breaks down video games. Peyton Varney works at Naughty Dog, breaks down his process. Follow some content creators. And the last one is pick some good tutorials. Now, here's the thing, guys. Fast Track tutorials has always been pretty good. Very nice workflow practice, industry standard. The videos, some of them are a bit older than others, but they all still work super well. So I've partnered with them. You can get quite literally 29 tutorials that are mostly environment art related for £46, or you can go down to tier 2 or tier 1. I'm partnered with them, so anything I make off these, I put back into the community with guest talks, especially if you've been on the Patreon. But this is a steal. Grab these if you can, because a lot of these are super useful. Like, my personal favorite is the ZBrush one, because with the nanite workflow and virtualized workflow coming up now in more studios, sculpting is a skill that's super important. When I was teaching in sort of student skill sets, students were scared of ZBrush. But now we are moving to that sort of virtualized nanite workflow in a lot of studios. This stuff for your textures, but also your props, is key. There's a lot of good stuff on here. I've worked with Fast Track tutorials before. 100% happy to be sponsored by them and promote them as well. So yeah, link is in the description and the comment box. Grab them before they go. There's a few days left. And then use one of these tutorials. Don't try and watch them all at once. Use one of them and slowly go through it on your project. And maybe pick 1 or 2 videos per project that you're going to learn from. Because you don't want to just get lost in lots of tutorials. Otherwise, you won't learn anything. You want to mix 1 or 2 tutorials and take your time with it as you're doing your pieces. And if you combine that with your content creators and your communities, you're going to surround yourself with the best possible knowledge that you need. And a year, 2 years will fly by super quick. And you're going to know all the terminologies. You're going to be well prepped ahead of time before you get into a junior role of somebody that is just going through the motions, right? Maybe they're on a university course. They're not really interested in doing all this extra stuff, and they're just doing their assignments. Just doing your assignments is not going to get you in to the games industry or get you at the level you need to be in. You need to do the extra workload. You need to do the extra research. So I think combining yourself with some content creators, a game art community or 2, and a tutorial per piece you do, you'll be good to go. There's lots more out there, but if you can keep the pool quite low, that's going to help you as you go along as well. Any other major advice from me on what you work on? Keep your scope low. Overscoping is the number one sin of game art students. Make sure you keep it low. Instead of the whole street, do just a corner. Instead of a whole mountain range with a castle, just do the castle or a corner of the castle. Keep your pieces agile. Keep them small. Fail fast. Don't be afraid to throw stuff in. If it doesn't work, try again. Make it exist and then make it better. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to throw art in that looks bad. Most environments look pretty ugly until they get to the end. It's the same in actual game production. How are we going to ship this game we've been working on for 4 years? It looks horrible. And then in the last 6 months, it just all comes together at the last bit. So yeah, trust the process, put the time in on your work, schedule your hours, and combine some of the stuff I've talked about today, and you'll be good. Got any questions about learning environment art or anything like that, throw it in the comments below. But yeah, go check out this sort of stuff. And again, I partnered as an affiliate with Bundle Foundry and the Fast Track guys. So code in the description below. But for now, peace.